Hi everybody, welcome back to Mostly Old Parts. Today I am working on Gladys, trying to get the frame rail straightened out. I've owned the car since 1986, and ever since it has had a bent left rear frame rail. It was apparently involved in an accident prior to my buying the car. Somebody did a shoddy repair, and I was trying to get the deck lid to line up with the quarter panel and get the quarter panel back in some straight order so that I can get started on the actual bodywork of replacing the quarter panel. I didn't want a bent car and a fresh piece of sheet metal trying to match up to each other. So let me show you what I got here. So this is Gladys, my 69 Roadrunner, and she had a bent frame rail. It was bent right up in here, and it was bulged out on the outside and bulged in on the inside. So what I did, trying to get this gap straightened up, is I put a porta power, you know, one of those little hydraulic rams that you can get at your local discount Chinesium place. Put the porta power in here. I actually tack welded in a capped tube. You can see the piece of tube there. It's 2" by 3" by 3/16 wall. And I took a piece of angle iron and capped the end of it and left a little flange here so this would have a place to locate. And I did the same thing on the back side. You can see this piece that I've just tack welded in. I didn't want to push directly on the 14 gauge frame rail in a way that would bend it somewhere else. So I'm pushing on the heavier gauge material to straighten the frame out. So you give it a couple of cranks of this, and I'd take a hammer and smack this out here, and it came up, up, and up. So I'll show you how it looks now. All right, so after about 2 hours of pushing and bending and tapping with a hammer, I've now got this seam pretty well lined up all the way to here. Now the taillight bezel is bent and broken, so it's sticking up and it's still down here. It's not as straight as the other one. I'm going to try and find a used one of those that's in decent shape and get it replaced. But I used to be able to put my thumb in here. Now I can't even get my little finger in there. It came out pretty good. Got my gap pretty well squared away all the way down. So if you're looking for a way to straighten a frame rail, I know that Uncle Tony has got that old Charger of his that has a similar problem, but his is bent way back in here. So hopefully he's able to use a method similar to this and get it straightened out, but it's food for thought. I know that he's really wanting to get that quarter panel straightened out on that, and I wanted to get the quarter panel straightened out on this one too. There used to be a great big dent right here, and when I popped that frame rail up, that dent came right out. So at least now I've got something to work with. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time here on Mostly Old Parts.